Good morning, Alex. Thank you very much for joining me today here for this short conversation. Maybe for the audience who don't know you yet, can you give a short description of who you are and what you do?
Yes, of course. Thanks, Shimon. So my name is Alex Ballering. I work for NXP Semiconductors, and I'm the global lead management and direct marketing manager. So I'm responsible for a large part of what we call the online business creation. And that means we profile our visitors, our customers. We see if we can capture, what they're interested in and in what way, or whether we serve them via our distributors or directly. And throughout this process, I'm responsible for creating this information, displaying it in a way that sales can use it, and then sharing it with sales for follow-up.
Okay, great. I was intrigued actually in one of the presentations that I saw you, and one of the things that I saw, you are actually operating in a very complex, world where actually you have on one hand many type of products, and on the other hand, a very large number of potential buyers. How do you make sure you keep profiles of buyers, or actually how do you make sure that you have enough information that you understand your buyers?
Well, I think it's a good question. As you mentioned, we live in a pretty complex situation where our company sells over 15,000 products. We have on a global basis, tens of thousands of customers, and also the journey from a customer from, thinking about creating a product until the end where they actually produce it and start selling it is a very complex one with a lot of decision makers in between and a lot of decisions to be made. So what we do is, first of all, we don't profile companies, we profile individuals. So every single individual is a customer on itself, which we profile. We have ways to measure their behavior, and based on that behavior, we trigger a profile of interested products, and we can share and we can aggregate this type of information so that our sales teams have a full view of all the aspects and all the products that their customers or their accounts are interested in.
So if you're saying, you said in the beginning, I'm sharing this information, what you capture from the different buyers internally. So can you go deep into that? Because basically lead management is an important part of the B2B Marketing Forum. Can you give a glimpse into how do you do your lead management practices?
Sure. So we started about 2 years ago by asking ourselves the question, hey, what is a qualified lead? And then the criterion was, what information do we share with sales that we say, hey sales, this is a lead that you need to follow up. And the reason why we asked ourselves the question was, we capture a lot of information. Everybody gives a lot of impulses on our website or on our mobile apps, or there's a lot of data coming up. And deciding then and agreeing with sales about what data do people actually need to follow up is the crucial part of this. And in our case, we decided, hey, if a customer requests a sample, then we expect sales to follow it up.
Yeah.
And there were two clear reasons for that. First of all, if a person asks for a sample, we know their full details. So we know actually physically where they want us to ship the sample. And the second part is, if they ask for a sample, we know exactly which part they are at this point in time most interested in.
Yeah.
So based on that, when we have the sample request, we decide which channel should follow this up. Is it one of our direct account managers, or is it one of our channel account managers, or is it based on the fact that we do cooperation campaigns? Is it the partner that created this lead themselves? So we have more or less 3 channels for follow-up, fully automated and defined in our processes, and actually this works for us.
How long did it take you inside the organization to come up with this process? Because it's not a process that's you can set it up quite easily, I say, but actually to have sales follow up this process is quite an issue. How long have you been working in such a way?
Well, as I said earlier, like 2 years ago, we had this discussion on definitions. And what was interesting then, we had the expectation, hey, once we define it and we roll it out, top down, people will actually simply go out and follow it up. The reality is slightly different. You need to engage. As much as you try to engage with your customer, you need to engage with your internal customers, your salespeople, the business line people, because everybody needs to be and stay aligned on this. And you need to constantly ask them, hey, is this still what you were looking for? Does this make sense? You have to look at your conversion rates, understanding how many of those leads actually added value to the sales process. And this is a journey still ongoing. I would say that in the beginning, the biggest challenge was automating the process. So we capture the information and automate the lead management and lead assignment. Once you do that, it's more about engaging with the people to ensure that they really understand what has created this lead and that they also support the fact that, hey, this is important information, we need to follow up, business might be behind this.
Yeah. Alex, I know that you're going to cover more during your presentation at the B2B Marketing Forum, but just for the guys who's watching this video right now, what are the three, let's say, best tips that you can give people who are also busy with this process right now or are planning to get into this process in the near future?
All right. Well, I think the most important first thing will be that, digital marketeers, they can do many things. There's new tools, etc., being developed all the time. Make sure that sales is excited about it. Continuously feed them with the kind of information that you capture, and not by just saying, hey, well, here's more information. No, by asking them, hey, is this interesting for you? Does this make you understand your customer better? So continue that conversation.
Yeah.
Second one is ensure towards management that you don't display this whole chain as being a marketing chain and a sales chain. No, it's one chain from initial engagement via profiling a customer towards a lead, towards sales, towards ROI. So don't display it as if it's like two processes. It is one single process.
Yeah.
And I would say the third most important point is continue to enjoy it, share the successes, and engage with the sales. Make sure that everybody feels this is a team effort.
Yeah.
As you can't do it by yourself, and if any of the chains are broken, you will not get your results.
Yeah.
Those are, I would say, the key takeaways for what we've gone through.
Yeah, thank you for sharing this. I really like them, and I hope guys will actually resonate with this. Alex, can you give us a short glimpse into what are you going to present at the B2B Marketing Forum, and why should people who are actually dealing with this process should come and see you on stage?
All right. Well, first of all, I'm really happy to be able to share the experience on the forum. I think the key thing would be to say, hey, NXP is a company working on this process for the last few years, and we have learned a number of lessons. And we hope to be able to share that with other companies, because understanding your marketing, understanding your processes, and understanding it quickly is very important nowadays for companies to stay ahead of competition, ahead of the pack. The better you can do that, and the quicker you can implement it without making all the mistakes that others did, will always be a big advantage. So in the presentation, I will take people through the 5 or 6 most crucial steps, and we'll ask some critical questions to the audience about them, so for people to start thinking about it. And based on that, I think they have a guideline how they could be setting it up for their own company.
Okay, sounds like a plan. I will be there for sure. Hope the guys who's going to see this video will be there as well. Thank you very much, Alice. I appreciate the time you took to be with us today, and see you at the forum.